Empire.
The Houston Texans get back on track with a win, but do they still have reason for concern? What's up, everybody? It's Mike Jones. Welcome back to another episode of the Football Jones podcast. You can read me at usatoday.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @ByMikeJones. And yes, we're talking Houston Texans today. I was here week 15 for their win over the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. It was a close one. They squeaked by, but they did rebound from that embarrassing loss last week to the Denver Broncos. Gonna talk to Kenny Stills, wide receiver in his first year with the Texans after being in Miami with the Dolphins, and was traded here at the start of the season. Talking to him about the bond that he's developing with Deshaun Watson and kind of just the mindset in this locker room. They've had some hiccups here and there. They've had to quickly put them behind them, just like in this game. They had some unfortunate things happen, but they had to quickly turn the page. That's been their mantra. Just got to turn the page. And, and now here they are. They got another win, and they're in control in the AFC South. But I just don't know about this team when they're in the postseason because of some of the concerning issues that we saw in this game and this season. And to tackle all of that, we're going to talk to Aaron Wilson, sports writer for the Houston Chronicle, covers them day in and day out, and he's going to give us some insight. But first up, let's talk to Kenny Stills about getting on the same page with Deshaun Watson and their mindset as they try to finish strong heading into the playoffs. What is going to keep for you just coming in and getting adjusted to new surroundings and fitting in, developing the chemistry like you have with Deshaun?
Doing everything that I can as far as every time that he has a football in his hands and he's throwing the ball, I'm around. So if it's just a walkthrough or a jog through or whatever it is, like if there's no one over there, it doesn't matter. I'm going to find my way over there just so I can catch the ball and that we can build that chemistry and that relationship. I think, I learned at a young age from Drew and then playing with Ryan that quarterbacks are, obviously really extremely visual. And a lot of guys are, like, the more reps you get, the more comfortable they are and the more trust they have in you. And so I just try and do everything I can to build that trust with him. And, it's not always perfect, but we're building, and I'm happy when he gives me opportunities to make plays.
When did you notice or feel like, you guys had started to gel like that, develop that special bond?
The first week of the season, he threw me a ball that we could have beat the Saints on Monday Night Football, and I think just really after that week, he had confidence in who I was as a player, and so we try to build that every week, and I practice hard every day, and try to make sure that I'm out there so that he knows the type of player that I am, and try to spend time with him off the field so he knows the type of man that I am. But just, I want to be able to help this team however I can. So I understand and know from other teams that I've been on that, these opportunities don't come, every year. Sometimes somebody goes down and, the seasons go in a totally different direction. So for me, it's just important to try and take advantage of this opportunity with these guys. You never know if we're all going to be together again. These rosters always switch up. And so just doing everything that I can to help Will and help Hop and help Kiki and everybody that we have here so that, we can make a run at the playoffs.
The offense wasn't really clicking a whole lot. Then you guys got the turnover. What was said in the locker room, in the huddle there, before you guys scored, that kind of got you guys going?
Well, we were moving the ball.
Yeah.
We had the red zone turnover, and that kind of takes the air out of you. Sometimes you drive the ball full length of the field, and then you turn the ball over. But we know that we can move the ball and score points, and we don't hurt ourselves. So penalties and turnovers, we got to cut them out if we want to win games in a different manner, in a different fashion. I feel like we could win games. more, we can win games like the score doesn't have to be so close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, we find ways to keep games close and keep them interesting, and it doesn't have to be that way. So we got to stop hurting ourselves and, just play clean football. And then we can really, show everyone and show ourselves what this team is capable of.
What did you see on those? Because you were really open on both of those.
Just good play calls. Both of them, good play calls by OB, and the second one was a check Deshaun made. He saw man coverage, and we ran a man beater, and I beat my man.
Gotcha. You guys are in control now, 2 games. Everything falls your way. What's that feel like for you?
I mean, it's obviously a lot better feeling to be in control of your destiny, your destination. So, just try to get back to work, enjoy it this week, and then, we play a Saturday game, so we got to get focused and get things going for Tampa Bay.
All right, there was Kenny Stills, and now here we're going to sit down talking to Aaron Wilson in the press box after the game. All right, we're here with Aaron Wilson of the Houston Chronicle, longtime beat writer, covering the league for a long time, seen a lot of teams, a lot of football, and you were there every single day with this Texans team. What do you make of them? Because I look at them, and I can't quite make up my mind if they're good. I don't think they're as good as I think they are, but I don't think they're as bad as they are, and they're just so up and down. I just don't know what to expect from them this postseason. What do you think?
Right, you're right, Mike. They're an enigma. And when you think about how talented they are with Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins and all of the weapons they have, they should be a lot better. Mm-hmm. But they have these key deficiencies. And they're in the secondary and the offensive line, 2 areas where you need to be better. And they've tried to fix it all in 1 year, where they trade for Laramie Tunsil. Right. They draft Titus Howard. Unfortunately, Titus is out for the year, and that's a big loss. Then the secondary, they just loaded in with trades and waiver claims, and they signed Bradley Roby in the offseason. So they've been throwing money and draft picks at the problem, right? But it's still a problem. And there's a reason why some of these guys weren't wanted by their other teams. Mm-hmm. Bernard Hargraves was a first-round draft pick. Normally guys like that don't get cut. They got Kerryon Conley for a 3rd-round pick. The Raiders are happy about that trade. Right. They're very happy to get a 3rd-round pick for Kerryon Conley, who wasn't doing great for Raiders and is just okay here. You look at Jonathan Joseph; he's 35 years old. So there's some fundamental issues with the team, and they're why anybody could beat them, like Denver, right? And why they could beat someone because of Deshaun Watson's talent. He always gives them a chance, and that's sort of why they're unpredictable. When you're talking about the postseason, if they get to the postseason, you can't say, well, they can't beat Baltimore or they couldn't beat New England, because he would give them a chance. Mm-hmm. And he also could be a reason why they lose. So you saw that today. There's a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing with him, and he's got 4 interceptions his past 2 games. He's having a remarkable year. But here in December, he's making some mistakes. Right, and he made some mistakes today. He also made a lot of plays that are the reason why they won the football game. But I think he's kind of the microcosm of the Texans. Talented, but there's some things there.
Gotcha. It's funny you said that Jekyll and Hyde thing, because I had a line like that in my story. It's just like, that's how we're here about him, right? But okay, what is it going to take, or is there any hope that they can get some of this stuff shored up? I mean, it's this week, 15 now. You kind of are what you are.
Right.
When we saw the Patriots last year, their defense all of a sudden kicked it to another level in week 16, but they're special. What is the best hope for these guys, given the fact that it's so late in the season and we're seeing a lot of the same problems, the flashes and then the transgressions back and forth over again?
They would have to cut down on the turnovers, and I think that is fixable because he's still a young quarterback and he can take better care of the football. We've seen games where he doesn't have any turnovers, and generally he plays mistake-free football. He has to rein it in a little bit and make some better decisions. Those are his fault. Throwing over the middle in a big crowd and then it gets batted. I don't think that play, even if it's not bad, that might have gotten picked. Okay. I don't think it was there. The other one, the ball was way too late. That is a throw that any good safety is going to get over there. A guy that can run, has some range like Kenny Vaccaro. So those are things he could fix. The pass blocking, I think he sort of masks the deficiencies. You can see it right tackle. Like Chris Clark's 34 years old. He's struggling over there, and they have to sub for him. You don't normally sub for an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
So you have to help him a lot. And then the secondary is the one thing I think, how do you fix that? Because you have no pass rush. You have no J.J. Watt. You very rarely touch the quarterback. And Ryan Tannehill had lots of time today, just as Drew Lock did. Those are trends, I think, that are hard to reverse. And like you said, that you are who you are. You're a team that can't rush the passer and struggles to cover for very long. So the way to win, you have to win shootouts.
Right.
And the other way, Carlos Hyde. And I think he's a bit of an X factor because sometimes he has these downhill type games, and he does run with a chip on his shoulder because he's been on so many teams. They trade him, they cut him. I mean, people don't want him. And this is he's played for now the Browns, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Texans all within a 12-month period. And these guys, now he's a 1,000-yard rusher. I think he's a cool story because he's someone that other people were like, I don't want this guy anymore. And for no real reason. I mean, he's okay. He's
just not
well-mannered guy, just not really like have that much buzz about him.
Right.
But he is 230 pounds. He's a strong runner, and I think he knows how to find holes. If you could just have a little bit of balance and keep the defense on the sideline and hide some of the deficiencies. Romeo Crennel's a pretty smart guy. I mean, they have a fighting chance. I mean, I think if you look at the playoffs, could they beat Buffalo? Yes, I think they can. Not necessarily a shoo-in, but they could beat them. They should be able to beat the Steelers.
Okay.
But, they've already beaten New England once. I think nobody's going to beat Baltimore.
Right.
These guys, I mean, they didn't. It wasn't even close. I think if you were at that game, or it was 41-7. I mean, it was ugly. That's nasty.
Exactly.
But they're a team that I think not everybody's going to want to play in the playoffs.
Okay.
And now looks like they're going to get in. If they beat Tampa Bay, that'll be it. I just feel like you're trying to hide things, and it's hard to hide those problems. Those are fundamental things. When you don't have a secondary and when you don't have a great offensive line, those are building blocks. And I just think they're trying to do it all, accelerate it. They fired Brian Game. Bill O'Brien's the boss, and he's taken over, and it's all, his aggressive win-now mode. The only thing is, this isn't supposed to be about just winning a division and making the playoffs and then getting booted like they typically have.
Right.
They were trying to do something bigger than that. They were trying to win right now, and I'm just not sure that they really have the horses to do it. And that's why they're an underdog. But, you heard guys after the game, you didn't pick us to win. No, we didn't. You lost to Denver, and you got embarrassed. But you really, with the Texans, I think that's what makes them interesting and makes them a good story, because you can't just count them out and discount them and say, they're sorry. They're not. They're like, pretty much you got to say they're a good team, or at least they have the potential to be a good team.
But just not quite a great team.
I would never call them great. I think they have a couple great players. DeAndre Hopkins' greatness, that is not in question.
Right.
Deshaun Watson, he missed some pretty great things.
Right.
Especially for his age, qualify it.
Yeah.
Great young quarterback.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I mean, you talk about that defense. I think DJ Reader and Zach Cunningham have glimpses and flashes of it, but no one in that secondary could just say, man, that guy, Pro Bowl.
Right.
They have some okay players. I mean, I suppose the safeties, Tayshaun Gibson and Justin Reed, they're all right. I mean, that was a big play by Justin. That's a big hit. But the pass rush has just disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gone weeks and weeks without sacks sometimes, or one sack. And I just think that's not going to get it done. Because when you play the good quarterbacks in the playoffs,
right.
How do you combat that? Because if they have time, they'll beat you.
Right.
They'll find the holes. And you see them looking for Jonathan Joseph.
Yeah.
They're going after him. A.J. Brown, I mean, I think that was a good example. And I mean,
exactly.
I know we're talking about the Texans, but, man, that guy, he's not just one of the best young receivers. He's just one of the best receivers. He's really good.
He just continued to get open, and he just kept feeding him the ball.
It's like a running back after he catches it. I think he's, 230 pounds?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. Exactly.
Titans, I mean, their future is really bright.
Yeah.
I think Mike Vrabel is a good coach. I really feel like this division next year, you're talking about the Colts, the Texans, and the Titans.
Yeah.
It'll be a three-way race.
Good deal. All right, man. Well, appreciate your time. I'll let you get back to it. I know you got deadlines to hit.
Thanks,
appreciate
buddy.
your insight, man.
Yeah,
always good seeing you.
Good to see you.
All right. Oh, wait. Real quick, tell people where they can find you.
I'm on Twitter at AaronWilson_NFL, and I'm also on Instagram, AaronWilson7128. I'll apologize right now for all the food pictures and pictures of my girl, Shannon, but I use that for not just football, but I post a little bit there too.
Good deal, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right, so there you have it. That was my chat with Aaron Wilson. We will see how this plays out. Again, I think that this team is good. I don't think they're great. Maybe they can cause some trouble for some teams, but I don't see them really making a deep playoff run. Maybe next year, after another offseason round of moves, they'll be in a more improved state and can make some more damage. The Patriots will have probably fallen off, especially if Tom Brady's not back. And so maybe the door is open there. But this year, I just think they're going to fall short, come up a little short. But we'll see how it plays out. Hope you guys had a great Sunday. Got Monday night action, and then we'll head into Week 16. And then after that, there's only one more week of the regular season. But I will talk to you guys later this week for the midweek episode. Again, read me at usatoday.com, where I wrote about this game and the questions facing the Texans. And you can follow me again on Twitter @ByMikeJones, Instagram @ByMikeJones, and email me at mjones@usatoday.com. Thanks. Hope you have a great day.